Hello. So, this is my first video on here where my voice and my face have been shown. And I've tried to make videos like this before, but I feel like they weren't all that great, I guess. And I don't actually have a plan here, so I'm just gonna kind of say what's on my mind. For those of you who don't know me that well and don't know everything that I've been going through with myself lately, then this will definitely probably actually be a little bit confusing to you, because it's just random and out of nowhere, but I feel like it's important. So, what I was gonna say was finding yourself is difficult for a lot of people. Some people don't have issues with it at all. Some people torture themselves over it. Some people just don't care. I do care. I find it difficult to be able to find yourself just as a person, and then adding on the difficulties of finding yourself in the LGBT community kind of makes it more complicated. And if you don't have the support that you need or want, then that just makes it more difficult too. And if you kind of are going through some things just in life in general, then again, it kind of just makes everything confusing. But I'm not going to say that it's going to get better because I'm in a confusing place right now. But it was good. Some things happened yesterday that made them confusing again, but it was good. And even though I didn't have everyone that I felt like I needed to support me, it was still good. And it's not the big things that make it good, it's the small things. It's just one person calling you by the right name or by the right pronoun, or one person just giving you a look saying that they understand. And even if someone doesn't understand and they still give you that support, even if it's confusing to them, but they're still willing to help and they're still willing to try, that's good. That makes it good. But when you have people that just don't accept you, whether it's because they don't understand and they don't want to accept you, or if it's because they're just scared and they don't understand and they don't want to know, and they just don't. Or if there's someone that doesn't understand and they refuse to call you by the right pronouns or the right name. That stings a lot. But you can't let that get to you as much as you want that to get to you. Because you don't want to feel that hurt, but you know that it hurts. So again, just try not to let it bother you. Because you are valid whether or not you're in the LGBT community, an ally, or none of those. You can be any gender, any sexuality, or no gender and no sexuality, and you're still valid. You can be a combination of genders and a combination of sexualities, and you are still valid. you can't let other people completely influence you about who you are, because only you can figure out who you are. You can have the input from other people so they can help you figure it out, but you and only you know 100% who you are. And maybe you don't right now, and maybe you're confused, and that's okay. It's totally okay to be that way. But just know that if you're confused, even you being confused is valid and 100% understandable. And the air just kicked on, and I don't know if you can hear it so great. But the point is that it's gonna be a rough journey, and it's gonna be hard and confusing and complicated. And there are probably, if you're in a relationship that makes it even more confusing, but you don't want to let go of that person because you love that person so much, and that person loves you just as much, I'm not going to say to leave the relationship, but I am going to say to figure out what you want in life. Figure out what you want for you and what you want for that relationship. And you need to figure out what's more important to you. Because holding yourself back because of someone else, it's probably going to hurt you. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are chances that it won't hurt you. But if you're 100% certain that you're this or that, and you're not willing at all to throw that away because that's who you are, and if you're 100% sure that's who you are, then don't give that up for someone. As much as it hurts, because it's who you are. And if you're 100% certain that this is who you are, and then something confuses you, and then something happens with that person that confuses you even more, then figure it out. I'm not saying to just throw away your relationship, but I'm saying to not just throw away who you are. If you don't know, figure it out. I mean, you may not know for years, or you might figure it out tomorrow, or within the next hour. But just figure yourself out before you can figure the rest of your life out, because it's really difficult to figure your life out and then figure you out and then find out that you've kind of been living the wrong life. So just figure everything out and take your time with it. It doesn't have to be a rush. And I'm making this video because I want everyone to know that they are valid, whether or not they are confused or not. And that's all I gotta say. Hopefully this video wasn't too confusing or too long. And hopefully I can make more videos where I just sit down and talk. But for now, I'm just gonna say peace out. And I guess I might see you guys later.